Good morning, it's Clay Trader at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they unfold live. Market opens here in less than a minute, so let's see what happens. Gonna watch NEWR out of the gate and also NEWT. You can't see NEWT, that's on one of my other monitors, but those are gonna be the two tickers keep an eye on. All right, I have an order at 43.35 on STX, so we'll see if it can get up there or not. First got to break through the 43, which it did. Excellent. I'm in for my initial 500 shares. I will look to build more. So I'd like to get more shares, but if it wants to give me the quick $75, then I'll take it. So we'll try again up there at 43.99. Again, just start the process over again. So let's see if it can get through that 43.50 area. Again, I'd like more than 500 shares. But if it's going to give me a quick amount of money and the seconds, like you saw, 75 bucks in, I don't know, 5 seconds or whatever that was, I'm not going to turn that down. So again, I will restart that process though. However, this time, initial entry at 43.99. I realize that seems far away, but you can see this one's been moving pretty fast. So I'm going to pause it and go check out some other things. I'll leave that order out there for now. All right, making another move up here. Let's see if it can get 43.99 or not. At this point, I think it wants to get through. I think it wants to get through 44. So let's go 44.25. So let's see if it can get up there. A couple things on my other monitors that I'm noticing that's making me want to go up to 44.25. Whether or not that's the right choice remains to be seen, but in all actuality, I still wouldn't have been filled because my order was at 43.99 and the highest it's gone so far is 43.97. So let's see if we can get up there through 44. All right, so I'd officially be filled at 43.99 and we'll just kind of paper trade it, and my order was at 40, so there we go. Okay, so I'm in at 44.25. Again, initial entry here. We'll look to build bigger, but if it wants to give me put an order up there at 44.75. Okay, I got those. Excellent. So we'll look to build more if possible. If not, have orders in at 44.40 and 44. Okay, I'm liking this action. We'll do some more shares up there. This is exactly what I was hoping for, to be able to build a bigger position here. So let's see if it can get up there or not. Again, my current average is 44.50. So we'll see. It's pulling back here a little bit, but like I said, I wouldn't mind it at all if it wants to go up some more. It's got to get back down through 44.50. Hovering right around that area. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and if it looks like I'm going to either get filled for a profit or be able to add to the position, then I will let you know. All right, looking like I could potentially, well, it got down near my 44.40, and now it's back up above 44.50, so I'll keep you updated. Whoops, I apologize, I am out. So what I'm going to do here is put a stop loss in there, and I'm going to ride these final ones down. All right, so ended up taking a little, about a $35 loss. So I made $15. I made $50 on these shares, but then because of slippage, I got stopped out there for 35. So $15 loss, but I was in a position where it kept rolling over. Those 500 shares would have been worth more, but obviously it didn't roll over, and it's holding strong right here around the $50 mark. So let's see if I can see. That's why I was hoping I could get some more at 45, because then this pullback would have been I'd had more shares to work with. But so $15 trade, but I was in the position, that's the key thing, was in the position to make more had the price kept pulling back here. I would have had those 500 shares to work for me, but that's just not what happened. So let's see what else is out there. I do have an order out at 45.45 again on STX. I will do the same process all over again, but obviously it's first got to get its way up there. But I do have a fishing order again, 45.45. Have a fishing order out here on VIVO to short at 12.65. See, there's a pretty nasty gap down today, so we'll see if it can work its way up there or not. And I see on my scanners STX is moving again, so let's go check that one. All right, so as it stands right now, I have 3 fishing orders out there. Oh, and look at that, one's getting filled right now. So let's go check that one out on VIVO. Well, look at that timing. That timing was pretty good. So I will look to take, well, there it is right there, a quick $50, which it gave me, or I'd like to build more, but it gave me the quick $50. Let's try that process all over again. This time let's go up to 12.95. And again, if it wants to get me filled, then I'll take it. But man, that was perfect timing. Talked about fishing orders, and then they started to get filled. If you're not sure what I meant, because you're not familiar with my setup, you can just go back and you'll notice that when I start to get filled, it goes from white to yellow. So I'm going to leave that fishing order out there and check out some other orders, see if other stocks, see if I can some other orders out there. Looks like STX is moving yet again. All right, I am once again up to 3 fishing orders. So this is like me being a fisher in my boat. Got my lures out in the water, VIVO, STX, and CREE. So we'll see if I can get any of those filled. No promises if I capture them, because sometimes, as you just saw, it's not really possible to get them all on video, but I'll do my best. While I'm thinking of it, the big question that always accompanies these videos, and rightfully so, it makes sense, is, hey Clay, how are you? Just a minute. All right, we are back looking at CREE. I noticed it on one of my scanners all of a sudden come to life again. It was, like I said, way down here, and then just like that, it came back to life here and is where it is now. And I thought it's potentially going to get filled, and I may still get filled. Have an order at 31.25. So let's see if it can get up there or not. Excellent, I'm in. So again, we'll look to take a quick $50, or if it wants to let me build, I will gladly do that. So let's see what this has in store here. All right, so it wanted to give me another quick $50. Start up there at 45, and I'll just do it all over again if possible. So obviously the first step there needs to get up there, and really just to kind of show the power of charts and why people can approach the same stock in many different ways, depending on what your strategy is, what you're trying to accomplish. And to give an example of that, here's an alert I made in the chat room. So if you're wondering, hey, how does the chat room work? At 9:57, I alerted CRE key break 30.80 for continuation of trend. So that was obviously geared towards people that were thinking long, the break of 30.80. And you can see right here when it broke 30.80, which was that point right there, it's much higher than 30.80. It went up, over 45 cents in a 2-minute period. So, there were some people in the chat room that, assuming they were paying attention to that alert, of course, they just had, they are currently playing a very nice breakout based on that alert. But here I am on the video, I am shorting. And yet both people can still be making money. You just witnessed me making money from the short side. But I know there's people in the chat room that are playing the long side that are obviously making money because this thing, is making a nice move. So there is no one-size-fits-all strategy. Trading is all about finding a strategy that you feel comfortable with, and then, building systems around, that core central strategy. And yeah, good. I'm very pleased with this video. Lots of good kind of learning lessons here. But, well, I don't want to go back to the guide yet because it's looking like it could still get filled up there. Actually, I think this thing, again, looking at a few other screens, I think this thing wants to get up above 50, so I'm going to move that order up there to 3165. So we'll see if that was right or not. I would have been filled here. And looking at, nope, I was wrong. I would have got my $50 there had I left it at 3145. So wasn't right there. That was a wrong choice on my part, but I do have an order up there at 3165, and I'll keep an eye on it. But let's get back to that guide real quick. Before I do, though, real quick, I should note it is now 10:03 a.m., so $240 in the first 30 minutes. I'm not going to complain about that at all. I mean, is this like groundbreaking territory? No, not at all, but I mean, I'm not going to scoff at $240 in 30 minutes. So as far as the guide, like I said, the big question that comes up, say, Clay, how are you finding these setups? How did you find CREE? How did you find STX, etc.? So what I've done is put together this totally free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I'm using to locate the stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then go ahead and click right there, and I will email it to you. Like I said, totally free. It's very short and to the point, so the risk versus reward is very favorable. Your risk is a few minutes of your time is completely wasted when you go through it and read through it. Again, it'll take you just several minutes, but the reward is, or the potential reward is, it could really help you out. So like I said, a good risk versus reward. So again, you can click right there if you're interested in the guide. All right, I kind of got distracted and wasn't even paying attention for the past several minutes, but it's now 10:17, so about 45 minutes in and up $240, but really right around probably the 30-minute mark because I haven't even really necessarily been paying attention. So yeah, a good morning. And if you remember, if you watch the videos week by week, then you know last week I think I was actually trading for like an hour or something like that, and I was up $25. So yes, mornings like last week happen where you're trying, and then you make $25 here. A different situation, $240. So it really is going to be a different experience every morning as traders. And if you have a losing morning or a lower morning, that doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It just means it is what it is, and you got to just kind of keep fighting forward. So very happy with the morning and very happy with the video. Got a bunch of trades, had a couple cool little lessons that, well, at least in my mind, they were cool little lessons to talk about. Before I go, final few things. If you enjoyed the video, easiest way you can tell me is, hey, Clay, please keep making these, is click that like button. Sharing the video always goes, a long way too. You can feel free to comment too. If you're interested in, you saw that chat room alert earlier. If you want to get inside that chat room and trade alongside me, then just go to claytrader.com and look at the inner circle portion of the website. If you want to learn how to use charts and the strategies and systems that I'm using in regards to charts, then you can go to, again, claytrader.com, and I offer many training courses on that. So thank you as always to those of you that watched and have subscribed to the channel and liked the videos. See you back next week.